Speaker, Secretary His Excellency the President of Sri Lanka, and our Chief Guest, INET Colombo. Professor P.W. Apasinger, Advisor to His Excellency the President and Chairman, Information and Communication Technology Agency of Sri Lanka. Mr. Rajnesh Singh, Director, Asia Pacific Bureau, Global Internet Society. Mr. Anusha Palpita, Director General of Telecommunication Regulatory Agency of Sri Lanka. Mr. Eshan Devapura, Chief Executive Officer of ICTA, Professor Gihan Dias, Chairman, INET Colombo Organizing Committee. Distinguished guests, chapter delegates of Asia Pacific region, ISOC members, and friends. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you, and especially ISOC chapter officials from 20 chapters in the Asia Pacific region. And this is the first ever such gathering of this nature in this region. It is also the first time that Sri Lanka is hosting INET. Sir, I recall the day the late Professor Samaranayaka, father of IT in Sri Lanka, who called me to his office to tell me to form ISOC Sri Lanka Chapter in 2002. We tried our best to form ISOC with a few of us, but did not have the time to really do the paperwork. And we were adamant as time flew by, and the last year the dream came true. Not only we have ISOC Sri Lanka chapter, but also it's a vibrant and growing as rapidly as ever with more than 200 members. We launched ISOC Sri Lanka chapter in the historical city of Kandy in March 2011. And now we hope to have several events, not only in the south, but in Jaffna in the north. ISOC Sri Lanka chapter represents diverse talent, which can be tapped in the growth of internet in Sri Lanka. Some of our internet pioneers, Professor Abe Indurua, Professor Gihan Dias, Dr. Ruwan Veerasinha, Dr. Nimal Ratnayaka, and my good friend Jayantha Fernando, who is the outgoing vice chair of ICANN, had been initially trained by ISOC during the period between 1991 to 2001. And those pioneers to this day are very active serving our motherland. Thank you, ISOC, for this help. And I remember being part of the INET 2001, which was held in Stockholm in Sweden, and our delegation consists of more than 20 members from all our universities. And those days, INET, which was held on the sideline with ICANN meetings, was a massive gathering of technologists, policymakers, and internet users from various countries of the globe. As a returnee from INET, listening to Windsurf, who invented TCP and IP, and founding member of ISOC, we were proud owners of Wi-Fi access stations, which we acquired at INET venue, with which I experimented Wi-Fi at the University of Colombo. Since then, smaller and leaner INET were held in various cities representing regions or countries. All INETs to this day are inspirational, and heaven for technologists, policymakers of internet, and I hope this INET would do the same. This INET is held at a time that internet is at crossroads. As you know, internet is more than 40 years old. Internet will be crossing from 32-bit IPv4 address space to 128-bit IPv6 space very soon. The exhaustion of 4 billion IP addresses of 32-bit had been predicted many years ago, and the last blocks had been issued this year. In order to expand and to instigate further growth of internet, it is a must that we adopt IPv6 as soon as possible. And I'm here to remind all of you that ISOC has declared June 8 of this year as a global IPv6 day. We in Sri Lanka, together with TRC and ICTA, are planning IPv6 roadmap as well as IPv6 drill. With the introduction of 4G in Sri Lanka, we should not slack, but should move forward. I urge all internet service providers to issue IPv6 blocks and get ready for at least some of your content to move into IPv6 network by that day. We live at a time internet is shaping our lives. It is the time of Facebook. It is time of WikiLeaks. And it is a time of Arabic uprising fueled by Twitter and other Web 2.0 tools. Our ICT literacy in Sri Lanka has grown, and we deliberated over the weekend of some of privacy issues which had become a problem for this region because of internet. We, the delegates, have come to an understanding, especially this part of the world, that we should work together to keep internet free and for all, but also should not violate our cultural norms. And major companies of the West must be attuned to our cultural heritage and be receptive. Some of us in the SAARC region deliberated whether we should have a top-level domain for SAARC under .asia. It is my pleasure, sir, to announce that we will be asking ICANN very soon for this top-level domain. Before I end, for our delegates from all over the world, I hope that you should take the message of peace, loving kindness, as we celebrate 2,000 years of enlightenment of Lord Buddha. Finally, I hope ISOC Sri Lanka Chapter will be able to facilitate many of our young to take part in the work of Internet Engineering Task Force, or IETF, which I wanted but could not be part of, and of Internet Governance Forum. Sir, thank you and welcome to INET Colombo, and this is a great boost for 26 years of Internet in Sri Lanka. Thank you.